You're such an asshole.
Hello, children. Asshole Consulting. Eric writes. Hi, Aaron. I hope you are well. Ordinarily, I don't care for celebrity or Hollywood culture in general. However, as I'm sure you're aware, the scandal surrounding Harvey Weinstein broke earlier this October. By all accounts, it has single-handedly destroyed Harvey Weinstein's life and career. And by the looks of it, his company. If even half of the accusations surrounding Harvey are true, it goes to show what a sick individual he was and how long corruption can go on. However, my question concerns what your thoughts on the situation are, besides just himself. I understand how he, through blackmail and promising naive young women roles in his movies, he was able to keep the lid on his behaviors getting out. Not to mention the donations and connections. Well, not to mention the gals who agreed to that would have to admit that they were whores. You can't forget that. There's that whole... Yeah, but continuing on. Not to mention the donations and connections to the press and politicians. Many notable Democrats probably allowed him to continue his behavior far longer than it otherwise would have been. It also appears many well-known actors were at least complicit in his behavior based on actress Rose McGowan's accusations that implicate Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. It appears it was a well-known issue in Hollywood. Case in point, Seth MacFarlane's 2013 Oscar joke about him that was brought up in the scandal. I want to know what you thought about Hollywood, for all of its preaching of virtue and women's rights, are able to have such a walking contradiction in their midst. Oh, not only their midst, I mean, and as you're finding out today, I just felt, Dustin Hoffman, Kevin Spacey, all these other, it's, Jeremy Piven. And this isn't to say that these accusations are true either, and keep in mind these accusations are hearkening back 30 years ago when these guys were just young, dumb, and full of cum. Not that excuses it either. I just, it's not just Harvey. Walking contradiction in their midst. Was it just the money and his promises of fame or something else? Furthermore, many politicians have received substantial donations, and he has deep connections with Washington. For example, Obama's daughter, Malia, interned for him months before the accusation came out. I'm surprised, the Secret Service didn't vet that guy better. I would not. That's a mistake. Which is really strange given how well known his behavior was. Not to mention he had a good relationship with the Clintons, from what I understand, who's also preached equality and women's rights. Right, but let's stop right here, and this can be kind of a microcosm. Yes, the Clintons do preach women's rights. I noticed how Clinton was just fucking around on his wife and diddling interns with cigars in the Oval Office. At least Harvey Weinstein didn't use public facilities. It just... but then they come out and spew, and Weinstein donates to leftist feminist causes. Not to mention a good relationship. Obviously, I have nothing against women's rights, but isn't everyone involved in this, from Hollywood to Washington, just a hypocrite with no moral compass, or are they just so blinded by their ideology they can't see what an actual predator is? Also, I just think this is a good example of how not to behave in a workplace environment. Yeah, I'd say. You think? Or any environment for that matter. Thanks, I look forward to your response. And then you had made a corresponding payment on da-da-da. By the way, this is more recent, but as of today, Kevin Spacey has been accused of sexual misconduct. As a result, Netflix has announced that they're canceling the show House of Cards. And then I mentioned Dustin Hoffman and many of the NPR guy. All right, here's my theory as to what is happening. I don't know why, but it is along the lines that humans need to belong to a group. Now, we could argue it's based on tribalism, that back in the day, you had to agree with the warrior chief, because if you didn't, he'd kill you. Not to mention, he doesn't have to bash you in the head with his axe. They'd simply say, get the fuck out of the tribe then. And then that ostracized you and put you out to pasture. And without being part of a community, you would die rather quickly, either because of the elements, the animals would come get you, or the warrior tribe next door would enslave you or kill you. So if you get outside of the tribe, you get outside of the religion, or if you want to study the Nika revolts, I always love citing this, the blues and the greens. Or if you don't cheer, what was it? I know a guy who got punched in the face because he was a Minnesota Vikings fan and he went to a Bears game, and a Bears fan punched him right in the face because the Vikings scored a touchdown, and he cheered, and he got punched in the face. Now, that doesn't make any logical, moral sense today when we got electricity and all that, but remember, technology and our forward cortex, or our frontal cortex, and the economy has advanced a lot quicker than our hindbrain. and our instincts. Right? So say you're on the highway and there's someone driving real slow, you want to kill that person. And let's be honest, you want to kill that person because genetically, instinctually, that person is slow and is going to, if we were to go and hunt mammoth, cause the rest of you to be at risk and danger, or at least be a parasite and a net negative upon the tribe. So that's why you want to ram that fucker off the road so you can kill that person and they're taken out of the gene pool. Now that's back thinking. You got to think up here, wait, yeah, it's 2017 and there are cops with guns and jail cells. So I shouldn't really do that, and that's how civilization and society tries to advance a little bit. But my larger point is that humanity has had to have a vice or belong to a religion of some kind. They've had to belong to some kind of tribe. And what is happening now, and only in increasing volume and intensity, is you are part of tribe liberal. You are part of tribe diversity, tribe leftist, tribe caring, tribe socialism, tribe feminism, blah, 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 blah. And you could be the scrapey little warrior fighter who completely disagrees with the warrior chieftain who's raping foreign women and villagers and pillaging and killing innocent kids. You know, like, well, I gotta kill the other tribesman chieftain over there. I better kill all of his kids too, because otherwise they might rise up against me. And you may find it disgusting, but you can't argue against that, no matter what your moral compass might say, because that is what you need to belong to the tribe, and that is the rules of the tribe. We go and we rape all the women of the other tribes, and we kill the chieftain and the males. Right? Or we're going to worship the sun god. Why the fuck are we worshiping the sun god? Thwack off with your head. Because the sun god, according to the big chieftain guy, speaks to him and tells you people what to do. Namely, give the big chieftain guy all your worship and your firstborn virgins. So there's, I hate to say it, but there's an economies or an efficiency to scale to subscribe to some kind of tribalism or a doctrine. And today's modern doctrine that goes beyond Hollywood, but in politics and academia and work, about the only place you don't see these sheep lining up to suck the dick of this tribalism religion is the private sector, or not even the private sector, but free people who aren't at work and self-employed people like me and the internet and NEETs and all that other stuff. But the tribal religion, I guess that's the best way, the ideology everybody must spew and tout and toe the line is leftism. And its variant subtenets. Environmentalism, you know, look at Al Gore and Leonardo DiCaprio and all these fucking hypocrites. They're, I'm for the environment. And they fly around and spew out so much carbon monoxide you couldn't fucking believe it. I'm for feminists. We're for women. Bill Clinton sure is for women in more ways than you think. Harvey Weinstein, sure, I'm for the... Oh, yeah, I'm for this. Oh, we're for the poor. All these celebrities adopting kids out of Africa because it's fashionable, not because they care. Oh, we're for diversity. And meanwhile, you find out the most racist fuckers ever. You know, they don't ever live with people of a different color. Hell no, they're living up in Beverly Hills. We're for the environment. Beyonce and the other guy that she's married to. We're for the environment. They buy this massive, like it's a $120 million house. You get the idea. They just need to toe the line, and I don't even want to say it's virtue signaling. It certainly is virtue signaling, telling the other sheep to come buy their products and vote for them. But it telepaths to other people like, yes, I'm all on this team together now. We are all here. We're on this team. So even though they say that they care about the children or the environment or women's rights, deep down inside, they're just banal, is that the word, or basal? When you boil it down, they're just basic human instinct. Harvey Weinstein wanted to fuck women. All these guys want to fuck women. Like, really? Oh, a guy copped a field. No kidding, huh? Who would have thought? And it's not because I wonder how many of these people actually deep down inside really believe it, or they know that their career depends on telling everybody, yep, I'm with this tribe. Is that what we're... Another perfect example so you can see where this... It wasn't the Oscars, but the Oscars is just another example of this. But wasn't there an award ceremony with Stephen Colbert-Faget? He was the man, the host, and all he did was slam on Trump. And when everyone goes up on giving speeches, either the Grammys or the Oscars or whatever, it's always political. All right? It's kind of odd and eerie. It's like, oh, this was a great movie, and I'd like to thank so-and-so, man, that was a fun time, and I want to thank my fans. That's really what you should be saying, but everybody has to seem to, like, have to have a political thing in it. Music is the same way. Artists, there's always has to be politics. It's kind of like paying their dues to the tribe, saying we all agree, wink, wink, nudge, we're on the same team, but behind closed doors, oh yeah, we're just as apish as the other people. We want to fuck, we want to screw, we don't care about women's rights, we'll violate them, we'll grab their boobs, way more than what we accuse evil, white, male, cisgendered, heterosexual college campus boys. You know, the frat boys have got nothing on these Hollywood kid diddlers. At least frat boys are trying to fuck women their own age. You know, Hollywood allowed, God almighty, Spacey, and I mean, if that's true, you're trying to diddle little boys. It's not ironic that the faith and the church and the priests and Catholicism, they kind of do the same thing. So, there's a benefit to belonging to this club. There is this benefit, both psychologically soothing and connection networking, like, yeah, we're all on the same team here. And little did they realize that bringing up a generation of millennial women to be victims and look for attention whoring would be their undoing. Because now these girls are actually coming out and say, and again, listen to my latest podcast, what percentage of these are actual truthful accusations and what are fake? That's really hard to tell. I ballpark it at about 75% fake. But some of them are true. I mean, that gal recorded Harvey Weinstein. I was like, holy cow. And not that we're just, but given the false rape accusations of the past 5-10 years in college camp, you got to really wonder, you know, how much of this is true or accurate, how much of it is attention whoring. Where was I going with that? But they didn't realize that their rah-rah feminism and you go girlism was going to be the Frankenstein monster that killed them all. And now you're right. Every day a new one is coming out, a new thing is coming out. And this tribalism no longer matters because it's how much, I'm trying to think of an example. How much better of a believer, how much of a better Christian are you in believing these tenets of the tribalism, Hollywood leftist ideology? One of the main tenets is feminism. And these gals are turning it up to 11. And now they're going after the guys that treat them. They say, wait a minute, you say we should? You're right, we shouldn't be. And now it comes to bite them in the ass because instead of this wink, wink, nudge, nudge, no, this is just bullshit. We just tell the sheep of America that we're for women and we like women's rights and for women's equality and we're for the environment. We just tell them that so they come see our movies because keep in mind, all of Americans now, except for maybe what handful of World War II generation people remain, all of Americans have been brainwashed through college and kindergarten to believe in leftist slop. It's there. If they don't believe in Christianity, don't worry. The government has provided them a religion, and that is liberalism, that is socialism, that is feminism, all the subtenets within environmentalism and all that. And so if you're an unaccomplished fuck, which most Americans are, you're going to hold damn dear to your heart your ism. I'm a feminist. I'm an environmentalism. I'm a pacificism. Whatever bullshit. And they don't really believe it, and it's because they cling on because they have no other value. So meanwhile, Hollywood producers, actors, whatever else, these people are successful. But to sell it, it's almost like haram or kosher. Haram is bad, right? It can't be haram. It must not be haram. But this food must be kosher. This must be blessed by the rabbi or whatever. Hang on, let's look it up. Haram. I think haram is bad. Is that haram? Forbidden. Okay, so anti-haram. It can't be haram. Or in the Jewish case, it must be kosher. And it gets this blessing by the higher power of authority, like, we're going green and there's a stamp on it. Hey, it's certified green. It's certified organic. We have fair trade coffee. Look at a stamp. It's approved. See? Now we can all eat it because it subscribes to our ideology, which, even though there are real hustlers and shakers and movers and profitable people in Hollywood, the vast majority of people who consume their products, videos, MTV, all that other crap, clothes, coffee, they have nothing else going on in their lives. They really don't. And the government has conveniently laid the foundation and the infrastructure for people to fill in this empty void of worthlessness and emptiness and pointlessness in life with a religion and an ideology of leftism. And so now we're virtue signaling to that. Hey, cool, quote, independent-minded. They think they're independent-minded. You should come to the University of Minnesota, where our women's studies program will teach you how to change the world. And we're approved, and we got government money. And watch this sucker, this stupid broad's going to give us her money. Yeah, I know. No, we care about you so much. We care about you, African Americans, so much in our African American Studies program. Just give us your money. Yeah, just give us that. No, don't worry. You'll be able to change the world. We're gonna get this kid signed. He signed up for $80,000. Yeah, I know. That's what I really think Hollywood does it, is because such trillions, literal trillions over the 50 years, trillions of dollars has been spent coming up with this government-instituted religion of socialism and leftism. And most people are losers. They have nothing else to go on. All right? Or, okay, maybe they got football. You're wearing another man's jersey. Good for you. And Hollywood knows this. And now it's the virtue signaling. Corporations know this. This is why they have a CSR department. They all spout diversity and global warming. Look at our CSR department. Look at our carbon footprint, because you guys eat it up. But they brought a vampire into the church, into the temple, into cathedral, and that's millennial girls. And they took it to heart what they meant about women's empowerment, as I think they should. As I think you should. You should not be groped or harassed. I'm absolutely with that. But some of them also likes the attentions. And a lot of these young girls have been brought up to not be able to discern, I don't get, frankly, late, I don't know who you are because you're not that famous of an actress, but I don't give a shit if old World War II G.W. Bush pinched you in the ass. I don't give a shit. Shut the fuck up and just be happy you got pinched in the ass by a president. Say, it's good old George Bush. Maybe you could forgive him for fighting World War II and protecting your grandfather so that you might be alive today. So there's an element of that. These girls don't know where to take it to. Oh, he held my hand. Is this rape? Is that rape? I was raped. He wasn't even near, but I was digitally harassed. It's just like, oh, fuck. That is, but they're attacking leftists. It's great. They're attacking Hollywood. I don't think this will go away. It will go away. I don't think this is going to bring down Hollywood. Everyone's hoping this is going to bring down Hollywood. It's not. The American sheep need their false gods. They need their MTV videos. They need their daytime TV. They need their Maury Povich. They need their Democrats telling them why they're oppressed. They need this religion. They need the girls need feminism so they can explain why they're sad and crying themselves to sleep, even though deep down inside they just want to have kids and get married. They need this religion because they literally have nothing else in life. The vast majority of people. And what handful of people, namely you fine men and women who tune into the Clary podcast and watch asshole consulting videos, we actually do. We're smarter than that. I'm not kissing your ass. We are way smarter than that. We have lives. We have point, purpose, and agency. We have, I'm going to go hiking. I'm going to go out, take my girlfriend out for dinner. Oh, and I'm going to go visit my nieces because they got like candy. And I take a commission off of the Halloween candy for consulting services. I got to make sure they do it right. That's what good great uncle I am. I get a cut. We got shit going on in our lives. Look at the average sheep out there lined up in the commute, sitting in their cubicles, and the girls just swallowing whole whatever the media tells them and Oprah tells them. That's why you have this hypocrisy and this double standard where they toe the line for marketing purposes to wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We're all on the same team here. And then they act like the most evil, disgusting, and not even necessarily evil, but then they contradict their words. It's like the priest who's fucking some other guy's wife. It's like, okay, what the fuck? I'm a man of God. It's not what I do, it's what I say. Fuck off. So, yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio and Al Gore and Harvey Weinstein and all those guys can go fuck off. But you guys will line up. Don't worry. You commoners, you sheep, you'll line up. And you'll sacrifice without your light bulb because you're going green. You bought a Tesla, a used Tesla. Meanwhile, Al Gore's flying around and has 5 houses. But hey, you know what? Here's some good thing. At least the sheep get taken advantage of. The sheep line up and sign up and fork over $100,000 for their worthless degrees. Feminists go and hate men their entire lives only to die when they're old and they don't have love or happiness. and idiot kids line up to watch the most worthless slop in terms of media, movies, music, television, award ceremonies. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But you're going to live a better life. You are, because you're not pissing away your time on stupid fucking shit. All right, that's it. You guys got questions? AssholeConsulting.com. I got answers as long as you got money. And we'll talk to you kids later. Toodles.